listeners. Welcome to another Sweeping Saturday. Delores here to talk to you about practice. It's great to come out and throw rocks, and we all like to do that, try to get better. But what I'd like you to think about is tracking your practice. You need to know if you're improving from practice to practice. So I want to give you an example here, and that is tracking your rotations. It's important to make sure you have good rotation on all of your shots, whether it's an in-turn and out-turn, and so that the skip knows what to expect when you're throwing a rock. It's going to be difficult for the skip to put the broom down if you throw 5 rotations for one shot and 2 rotations for another, because the rock is going to behave very differently for those 2 shots. So when you come out to practice, you can take a sheet like this, which we have in the office, and you can mark down on there what your rotations are for each shot that you throw. And that way, at the end of your practice, you can look at it, and it gives a really good visual of exactly where you need to work. So maybe your out turn is looking great, your in turn needs a little bit of work as far as consistency is concerned. And you don't necessarily have to use a sheet like that. You can just take, like I did here, I took a notebook. I didn't have one of these, so I took a notebook and I just jotted down what my rotations were. So at the end of my practice, I was able to look at this and say, oh boy, my in turn needs a bit of work, I have to work on that. And then you track all the way along every time you come out, and you can see what your progress is. So then you know when you've reached a point where you're satisfied with your rotations. They're pretty similar on your in-turn and out-turn and all of your shots, and then you can move on. So when you're practicing, whether it's rotation tracking or anything else, make sure you keep track of what you're doing so that you can see your progress and see when you reach the point that you're happy with.